Hey, everybody. Welcome to our Champion Habit Weekly Moment. My name is Debbie Elbrick. I'm super excited that you're here. I hope last week you took that champion habit of being coachable and you applied it. What did that look like for you? What success did you have? I would love to know. So leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought about that and how you were coachable and how it made an impact. All right. Habit number 2. Remember, we're going through the habits that make a champion in this fabulous book. And a lot of this talks about athletes, but really in life, we're all athletes, right? Like it doesn't matter if you play a sport, if you're in a business that you want to be successful at, anything we do, really these habits are for champion-minded people like you. All right, so habit number 2 is the habit of driving standards of excellence. Sir Alex Ferguson said, once you say farewell to high standards and discipline, you say goodbye to success. Ooh, right? It's kind of like they talk about the downward slope is like once you let yourself off the hook, that becomes a habit as opposed to running through the finish line. All right, well, whether you're an individual performer or part of a team, and I think we're all both, your results and outcomes are reflected by your level of commitment and individual standards. You know, my friend Stacey James talks about level of dedication, and there's 3 levels. Number 1 is when it's convenient and easy, I'll commit to it. And fun. Number 2 is I'll commit and do it when it's fun, easy, and not inconvenient. And level 3 is I'll do it no matter what, go over, around, under, and through. I'm committed even in the gritty grit and the yucky yuck. So what level of commitment, right? Here in this habit, champion habit, we're talking about level 3 commitment. Every person wants to win. What separates them in the end is what level of standards and discipline they hold themselves accountable. People can hold you accountable, but it's what inside you that you lay down as your rules of mode of operation is what I call it. Some athletes and teams take responsibility for their action and behaviors. Unfortunately, others don't. They play dodgeball when it's time to step up and be accountable. They like to make excuses and blame others. They refuse to take responsibility and play the victim instead of the victor. In all of my years, I have never come across a successful person, team, or high-performing organization that maintained average standards. Only those who will commit themselves to excellence succeed in the long term. High standards aren't for everyone, but excellence also isn't for everyone. When describing the all-in work ethic and high standards, an NBA player, and you guys know these are all going to be sports related, but we can take them, you know, in everything that we do. In the 19 years playing for the Spurs, Greg Popovich said Tim was never late to a practice, meal, game, workout, or bus. That's a standard of discipline and reliability that you tend to take for granted. Champions hold themselves to a higher standard of excellence and refuse to lower them to accommodate others who refuse to raise theirs. Do you have a high level and have that expectation, or do you adjust? Are you the thermometer, right, that sets the temperature, or are you the thermostat, right, or are you the thermometer that you read the temperature? These champions always aim the bar high. Achieving excellence was never meant to be easy and requires a high level of discipline and commitment. This is a big reason why many fall short. There's a great quote from author and professor Angela Duckworth. I don't know if you've ever read her book. I have. It's about being gritty. I don't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but something about grit. She said, gritty people train at the edge of their comfort zone. They zero in on one narrow aspect of their performance and set a stretch goal to improve it. This is very true. High-performing individuals and teams with high standards of excellence are always challenging themselves to be better, just 1 degree better. We used to talk about in our household about doing one more, the and then some, we called it. And so if someone said, do 10 push-ups, do 11. If someone said make 5 phone calls, do 6. If someone said, just that one more, because that one more adds up, do the and then some. So gritty people train at the edge of their comfort zone. They zero in on one narrow aspect of their performance and set a stretch goal to improve it. This is very true. High-performing individuals and teams with high standards of excellence are always challenging themselves to be better. Here are some examples on the areas that you might include or think about. How could you do the and then some? How could you get grittier this week? Your attitude, your effort, your energy, your work ethic, your preparation, your time management, your communication skills, your body language. When it comes to standards of excellence in a team environment, the successful teams are made up of members who collaborate well and are open and honest with each other about what is expected. Okay, so here are some examples of what standards could be included. We always compete hard. We always challenge and push ourselves to be better. We put in extra work without having to be asked, the and then some. We communicate and listen well, and we don't tolerate poor behavior or effort. If you maintain a high standard of excellence with the little things, you never have to overthink the big things. I encourage you this week to take some time to establish the standards you'll work with and live by. In the end, it's your standards that define you. No one can put them on you. It's an inside job. The quote I'm going to leave you with is, you don't need to tell others how invested you are. Your behaviors and action will show that. Have a champion-minded week. I'll see you next week.